inductees comes in, please we will all rise to welcome them.
Thank you very much. You all can sit now. Before the national anthem, we want to invite some important dignitaries to the high table. We want to welcome the representative of the Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor E.S. Garba, the Provost, College of Health Science. With us also we have the Vice President, Veterinary Council of National Association of Veterinary Medical, Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association, Dr. Bala Mohammed. You're welcome. Vice President, Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Dr. Bala Mohammed. We are welcome, sir. We also have the Registrar, Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Dr. Ezenwa Wokunobi. You're welcome. We also have the President, Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association. She's also here. We welcome you to the high table. We also want to welcome the representative of the Registrar, University of Abuja, Mr. A.T. Adam. We want to welcome Dr. Tunde Lawal, the CEO of Turner Rights, to the high table. We especially welcome the NVMA President, Dr. Mrs. Olutoyin Adetuberu. You're welcome, ma'am. We also want to welcome to the high table the Dean Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Maiduguri, Professor Mohammed Ahmed Waziri. We want to welcome to the high table the former Vice Chancellor, National Open University of Nigeria, Professor Olugbemiro Jagede, to the high table, please. We also want to welcome to the high table Professor Abdurrahman Gaji, the former Vice Chancellor at Adamawa State University and former staff of University of Abuja. We want to welcome the immediate past director of the Veterinary Teaching Hospital, University of Abuja, Professor Ajagbona, to the high table. We also want to welcome Professor G.O. Egu, a professor of veterinary medicine, to the high table also. We want to welcome Professor A.Y. Rebadu, former Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Yola, Jigawa State University, to the high table. We also want to welcome a one-time Dean of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, Director of the Veterinary Medicine also, Professor J.A. Ame, to the high table. And his wife. Okay, he wants to sit by his wife, okay. We want to welcome the former President NVMA, Dr. Ado Ibrahim, to the high table. So, one of our key speakers is Dr. Ayo Oduton. We don't know whether he has arrived. The CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, Amobi Nigeria Limited. So welcome to the high table. Welcome to the high table, please, sir. We also want to welcome our heads of departments. We have 10 departments in the faculty. So I want to welcome the head of department, veterinary medicine, Dr. Pascal Mekwana, to the high table, please. We also want to welcome Dr. Obeta, HOD Parasitology and Entomology, to the high table. Is he around? I want to welcome Dr. Chibogu, HOD Thyrogenology. Is she around? I want to welcome Dr. Fati Oyolowo, Head of Department, Veterinary Anatomy, to the high table. I want to welcome Dr. Adaiza, Head of Department, Veterinary Public Health and Preventive Medicine, to the high table. Dr. Adaiza, please, can you come to the high table? I want to welcome Professor Samuel Melafia, Head of Department, Veterinary Microbiology, to the high table. They're not around. Okay, so I want to welcome Dr. Raphael Asibo, Director ICT, Igbinedium University, Okada, to the high table. So when the remaining HOD, when they arrive, we'll now continue. We'll now mention them, recognize them, and bring them to the high table.
And I want to welcome the HOD of pathology himself, the MC, Dr. Sunday Idoku. And I still want to welcome and recognize the presence of the HOD, Biochemistry and Physiology, in person of L.A. Adeniran. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Dean of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, the Visionary Dean, Professor Jegede, we welcome all parents, all guests, as well as the graduates and their friends to this 8th oath-taking / induction ceremony of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Abuja. You're all welcome this morning. We now quickly go to the second item on our agenda, which is the national anthem. So we'll all rise for the national anthem. Thank you very much. You can all sit, please. Once more on this special high table, let me just make a recap of these important dignitaries who are there on that special high table. First and foremost, once more, I'm welcoming Professor E.S. Garba, the Provost, College of Health Science, University of Abuja, representing the Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja. You're welcome, sir. The representative of the President, Veterinary Council of Nigeria, AIG Aisha Abubakar, Dr. Bala Mohammed, the Vice President. You're welcome, sir. The Registrar, Veterinary Council of Nigeria, Dr. Ezenwa Wakonobi. You're welcome, sir. The President, NVMA, Dr. Mrs. Olutoyin Adetu Beru. You're welcome, ma. Dr. Tunde Lawal, CEO on the right, you're welcome, sir. Mr. A.T. Adam, representative of the Registrar, University of Abuja, you're welcome. Dr. Ayo Odutun, CEO, Amobi Nigeria Limited, you're welcome, sir. And other dignitaries, you're all very welcome to this 8th oath-taking / induction ceremony of University of Abuja. So we'll now proceed to the opening prayer. We'll just take a minute and say a word of prayer, commit this event into the hands of God in our various faiths. Just spend a minute to do that now. Amen. Amen.
We are proceeding in this program without wasting much of your time. We want to call on the Dean that has invited every one of us to this occasion. And we want to welcome him so that he will give us the welcome address for every one of us seated here. I'll call on the Dean of Veterinary Medicine, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, UniAbuja, in person of Professor O.C. Jegede. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Say good morning to. Okay. Say good morning to. Good morning to. Okay. Okay, thank you. I say good morning to every one of us. I say good morning to every one of us. And particularly the graduates, I say good morning to you. Can the ushers please distribute this speech so that everyone seated will have copies each as I go through the speech. Please, the ushers, can you distribute the speech? The high table need to have, and then everyone. The Vice Chancellor, University of Abuja, Professor Abdurrashid Nala, represented ably by the Provost of the College of Health Sciences, the President of the Veterinary Council of Nigeria, ably represented by the Vice President of the Council, Dr. Bala Mohammed, the Registrar of the Council, Dr. Nwakonobi, the President of the Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association, our keynote address speaker, Dr. Tunde Lawal. Yesterday when he arrived, I was so excited that he was able to make it. And when I called him on phone to speak, I said, well, am I on to Dr. Turner Wright? And then he had to correct him and say, no, he's then Dr. Tunde Lawal, not Dr. Turner Wright. I was so excited that he, out of his busy schedule, he was able to honor our invitation. I also welcome my brother and my good friend, and Dr. Ayo Oduton, who is the MD of AMO Group. Dr. Oduton, we have come a long way in that just as you are seated here, myself and him, we sat and took oath the same day. So therefore, we are classmates with him. So you are very welcome. And he was with us in the faculty 2 weeks ago, and I invited him, even though his schedule was very, very tight. But he had to call me yesterday afternoon that, well, Prof, I think I will be making it to honor you. And I'm so happy that he was able to make the first flight this morning. Thank you for coming. I also want to recognize our former staff, Professor Gaji, who is now retired, but not tired. When I saw him, I was also very happy that he's not tired. I also welcome my brother and colleague, Professor Waziri, who is the Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Maiduguri. It was yesterday afternoon towards evening that I got to know that he was in town, and immediately I sent an invite to him, and he replied that I will be there. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so grateful. I want to also recognize my elder brother, Professor Olubemi Rojegede, who happened to be the former Vice Chancellor of a National Open University. You are very welcome, sir. I want to welcome Professor Egu and one of our elders in the faculty who has always been there. Each time there are issues, I'm in a crossroad. I have a secret behind me which people don't know. I run to the elders of the faculty and they're always there to give advice. I also want to recognize Professor Ripadu, who is also very much always ready to give me advice on what to do, and is also former vice chancellors of 2 universities. And I want to thank you also for making it. Dr. Ado Ibrahim, our immediate past president of NVMA, I welcome you. Professor Ajagwana, who he seems to have a nickname in the faculty as the ancestor of the faculty, because he was the almost like the pioneer. Immediately the pioneer dean, he took over, and since then he's been helping to build the faculty. I want to welcome and recognize everyone, the HODs present, the deputy dean of the faculty, Dr. Balarebe Mohammed, you are also recognized. And I want to recognize parents that are here. Can you just wave your hand? Say thank you, parents, you're welcome. We are happy to see you. You're welcome here. And then the graduates that are here. I go now to my speech. I feel highly delighted to welcome you all to this most important ceremony in the faculty's annual calendar of events. Today is an epoch-making occasion in that another milestone has been achieved in the annals of the faculty, as we have yet produced another set of veterinary graduates, the 8th set. These graduates have successfully completed the various professional examinations and are qualified to be addressed as veterinary doctors from today after their induction. I humbly wish to offer my warmest congratulations to the graduates who have toiled vigorously for the past 6 years to gain skills and knowledge that will enhance their competencies by providing value-added services to the society, thus furthering the standards and development of the noble veterinary profession. This set boasts of having the highest number of graduates so far since the history of the faculty. Let me emphasize that today's induction as veterinary doctors is remarkable in that it has imposed on you the challenges of having to henceforth stand tall in integrity, impeccable in character, professional in your service delivery, alert to global trends, and uphold high ethical and professional standards. I'm charging you on behalf of the faculty to be worthy ambassadors, and as such, always bear in mind that you are an envoy or a representative of the faculty in whichever endeavor you might find yourself in the future. The training imparted on you molded you in both character and in learning. I therefore urge you to do your profession and the industry proud. You must also do yourselves and your families proud. And I want to say to you, go and excel. Acquisition of required knowledge and skills need to be followed with diligent application in the workplace. You have to improve your mettle and let your performance stand you out from other professionals. In your course on business methods, you must have discovered that career opportunities are not limited to just the practice alone. Your scope is wide, and I encourage you to make a successful exploit outside of core veterinary practice. This can be in politics, like we have many veterinarians now very into politics, and businesses, for instance. The knowledge and experience acquired in the course of your training will make you excel in job functions outside of core veterinary practice. The world today has gone digital. There is a paradigm shift from the old to the new normal. Technology and internet has significantly affected the way we perform our duties and responsibilities. We must have to be innovative and creative to fully adapt to the changing world of today. We need a generation of veterinarians who are more technology savvy, customer-centric, highly innovative, flexible, and agile, with skill sets that are now more comprehensive than previously. I believe we can find these attributes in all the members of this set of graduates. We cannot expect less from you. According to Harold McLeodon, I quote, "Do not follow where the path leads. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Let this quote be your command as you grow in the profession. This address will not be complete without acknowledging the unalloyed support of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdulrasheed Nala, whom, since assumption of office, has strived to provide everything necessary for the training of our veterinary students. His fatherly consideration of our faculty in the allocation of needed resources has always yielded dividends. Just recently, we were able to go through the NC accreditation. We are hopeful of a full accreditation from them. We are equally looking forward to Veterinary Council of Nigeria accreditation, believing that the Vice Chancellor, in his magnanimity, will attend to any shortfall that may arise from the recommendations from the National Universities Commission. Let me at this junction recognize the presence of some leaders in the veterinary industry who have spared their various time and tight schedule to honor our invitation. We hold you at a very high esteem. You are too numerous to mention, but permit me to briefly mention the MD Turner Right Limited, Dr. Tunde Lawal, who is the keynote address speaker for today's event. You are welcome, sir, once again. Dr. Ayola Odunton, the MD of Amo Boyanji Nigeria Limited, and also welcome Professor Waziri, Dean of Faculty of Veterinary Medicine, University of Maiduguri. Dr. Tunde Lawal and Dr. Ayo Dunton have distinguished themselves in the profession so well, particularly in the business world. And I want you, the graduates, to take cue from them and go ahead to trail the blaze. Your coming to grace today's occasion is a mark of great value you place on veterinary education. Just before we came in, I was discussing with the Vice President at Dr. Tunde Lawal, just at a short notice, honored our invitation. And he replied that yes, anywhere there's veterinary function, he's always very passionate, and he always honors such invitation. I want to appreciate this of you, and ask that you please keep it up, sir. We thank you for the magnanimous commitment and contribution you have been making in faculties of veterinary medicine in Nigerian universities as your corporate social responsibilities. We are building a cordial relationship which will certainly become sustainable. The faculty is planning a robust synergistic collaboration with the gurus in veterinary industry to build a hub for scientific research enterprise where town and gown will be meeting. This is an essential step towards nation's economic recovery and critical component of our global competitiveness and prosperity. Our linkage committee will be hobnobbing with you in no distant time to chart an innovative course in that regard. Already we have promise from AMO, that is headed by Dr. Ayo Dunton, to provide for us 2,000 day-old broilers for part of our teaching and research for our students. And this will be free. They will feed the birds, give the medication, and take care of everything regarding that bird. And at the end, they are going to buy them off from the faculty, and to be a continuous one. We are very grateful. The staff of the faculty, both teaching and non-teaching, played a pivotal role in bringing this graduate thus far. Permit me to congratulate them in a very special way. Your sacrifices, resilience, dedication, and doggedness has paid off. We thank God that our labor has not been in vain, rather it has been fruitful in the lives of these ones. The parents, of which I'm one, my daughter is also seated among these graduates, and she will be graduating this morning. The parents and guardians of the graduates deserve a pat on the back for a job well done. It is not easy at all. You nurture them from the cradle through primary and secondary schools to this level. Be proud as in some few seconds from now, you will acquire for yourself a new title, which now becomes Papa and Mama who? Doctors. I will implore you to continue to keep an eye on them until they get to that anticipated destination. Special way, I wish to appreciate the Veterinary Council of Nigeria. They have always been with us, guiding us professionally as we train children, and whose function it is to administer the oath. This gathering is actually your function, and we thank God as you have birthed another team of members. As usual, we are confident that you will keep protecting them